Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating this really beautiful, soft, wearable, colorful smoky eye. I've been really into dabbling into a little bit more color recently, which is so different than what I normally do. But going into spring, I feel like this is going to be a really fun way to play with color, and it's soft still and wearable, which you guys know are looks that I always love. I'm so excited to be partnering with Ulta Beauty again on this video. A lot of you guys may already know that they have their own makeup line, and recently the Ulta Beauty brand got a new makeover, so a lot of their products have new formulas and new packaging. They sent over a box of a few of their favorite products for me to try and review, and I'm going to be recommending my personal favorites and what works for me and why. I always am 100% honest with you guys with these products, and so I'm going to be sharing with you the things that I would personally pick up and recommend for you guys to pick up. So everything is super affordable, which I personally love to find really high quality products for a great price, and I know you guys do too. I get like a thrill out of finding great products for great prices. So as always, everything will be linked down below if you are interested in a certain product and want to check it out. So go ahead and check the description box for all the links and all of the details. And I'm so excited. Ulta Beauty knows my audience, my friends, because I almost dropped them. They sent more products for one of you guys to win. So if you guys want to enter to win, let me show you. But if you guys want to enter for a chance to win, just go ahead and go over to my Instagram. Sneak peek, there's some eyeshadows in there. Can you see? So if you guys want a chance to win these Ulta Beauty products, everything will be in the description box below. It'll be run on my Instagram, so if you guys want details on that, check the description box as well. So now let's get right into this tutorial. I'm so excited to create this makeup look for you guys. Again, I've been having so much fun playing with a little bit of color, so let's get right into it. So let's start with the eyes first. I'm just gonna prep the eyelids with some concealer. I mixed two colors today just to get the right match for my skin tone right now. And this is just gonna create a really nice flawless base for our eyeshadows. Now I'm just going to set the concealer with some translucent powder. So the first products from Ulta Beauty that I'm going to share with you guys are their single eyeshadows. They sent over several. They come in like these really cute little cases, and then you can pop them out and put them into a palette, which is what I did right here. This is the Ulta Beauty custom eyeshadow palette, and as you can see right here, I selected some of my favorite colors and put them into this palette. This would be so great for traveling because you can really cater it to your own personality and your own taste completely. It also comes with a brush, which is really great, and the other end is so nice. It's a little spatula looking thing, and it makes it so easy to pop the eyeshadows in and out of the pan, which is so nice. If you guys have owned custom palettes in the past and you don't have a little tool like this, you know how difficult it can be sometimes to try to get the eyeshadows in and out. Also, there's a nice full-size mirror in here, which is great too. First, I'm going to be taking this really pretty shade right here called Coconut, and I'm going to start by applying this kind of towards the brow bone and working it down to the crease. I just kind of want to make a nice light base from here down to the crease. I've just recently found that by kind of doing a light layer of a lighter shadow all over the lid first just really helps the rest of the shadows blend out way nicer. Next up, I'm going to be taking this shade right here called Suede, which is the most beautiful taupey brown. I love this. And I'm going to start to work this into the crease. I want most of the pigment to start in the crease, and then I'm going to work my way up slightly as the brush kind of gets less product on it, and that'll create a really nice seamless transition shade. I really love how buttery and blendable these eyeshadows are. I mean, you guys can just see the blendability on camera. I really don't have to try to convince anybody of that. You can really just see it. And one thing that I noticed about these shadows is they're like really nicely pigmented. And what I mean by that is like it's not going to be so pigmented where like if you accidentally get too much and put it on your eyes, you know, you mess up really quickly. It's got just the right amount of pigmentation to where you don't need to use that much, but where you can still build it up to the intensity that you want, which is what I really like in eyeshadows. So again, I'm just kind of building up the color, starting with most of the product in the actual crease, and then as the brush gets less, moving it up toward the brow bone, so it creates more of a gradient effect. Next, I'm going to be taking this shade right here called Plum Pop, and I'm just going to be taking this on a blending brush, and I'm going to start by lightly pressing this on the outer third of the eye, eye. I kind of press it first just to kind of gauge how much product is on the brush, and then I'm going to start to buff this inward and toward the crease with that same brush. And I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. I'm working in layers until I build it up to the intensity that I want. It's just such a pretty purple shade. I never used to wear purple eyeshadows, but now I'm really starting to kind of enjoy branching out into those tones a little bit more. And this color in particular is a really nice wearable purple. It's not too bright or neon to where I feel like you could wear this on an everyday basis if you wanted to. Next, we're gonna hop into this gorgeous turquoise shade called Jungle. It's kind of got a little bit of green to it. It's so beautiful. And I'm actually going to kind of blend this shade on top of that purple. I just found that mixing these two together created a really beautiful effect. I don't know, I kind of just like the base of the purple and then the blue on top. It just created something different that I really like. So I'm just patting a little bit of that right over the purple. I love that layering those eyeshadows makes more of a hazy kind of look. I don't know, I really, really like it. So now for my favorite eyeshadow, for sure, by far, we're gonna hop into this gorgeous pinky glittery shade called Valentine. And with this shade, I just like to apply it with my finger. So I'm just going to take it and start to press this on the inner corner of the eye. I really want most of the pigment to be toward the inner third, and then I want it across most of the eye, but most of the pigment starting here, and then I kind of take what's left on the finger and move it out. But I'm so into like these glitter eyeshadows recently. I've been wearing like glitters on an everyday basis, especially these pinky, really subtle glitters. I think they're so wearable, so easy to work with, and just really romantic and pretty. Next, I'm going to take this pinky nude shade called Petite. It's a really, really light pink, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this color and kind of brush it toward the brow bone. I just want a little bit of that nice light pink up in this area here to really help blend out all the shadows in the transition area. Next, I'm going to hop into this shade right here called Coffee Bean, and I'm just taking an angled brush, and I want a little bit of definition on the lash line toward the outer part of the eye. So I'm actually not going to bring it all the way in. I just want the outer portion to look a little bit more full and voluminous, but in a subtle and soft way. So a dark brown shadow is a great way to achieve that. So now that we've got the eyeshadows done on the top, we definitely have some fallout. Every time I use a dark shadow of any kind or a colored shadow, I personally really like to do my eyes first. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the under eye area, and Ulta Beauty sent over their on-the-go cleansing makeup removal facial towelettes. I've been able to use these a couple times, and they are so soft, you guys. I really, really like them, and also they are very effective. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this, and I'm kind of using my finger to wipe away the excess fallout, and then I like to kind of sharpen up the line of the eyeshadows on the side here, just with the makeup wipe, and then it kind of lifts the eye and cleans up fallout at the same time. So it's really a win-win situation. I'm kind of tapping out the edges with my fingers, just so that there's not like a super harsh line. I still want to keep it really soft and smoky. So now let's move into complexion. I have combination skin, so I tend to get dry around the cheek area, and then I get a little oily in the T-zone just depending on the day. My skin just varies. So I'm just going to be applying a lotion to the outside of the face. You can use a hydrating primer or just whatever works for your skin type. But for the center of the face, I'm going to be trying out the Ulta Beauty Matte Face Primer. This is what it looks like right here. It is oil-free and paraben-free, and it's supposed to really refine your pores. It also contains salicylic acid, which is a great ingredient for acne, and you guys know I struggle with problem skin, so that is a huge plus. It's also going to prolong your makeup and reduce shine. So usually when there's a mattifying primer, again, I like to kind of focus it in the T-zone. So I'm just going to apply it on the nose first. Here's what the texture of it looks like. It's more of a silicone-based primer. If you guys have ever tried a silicone-based primer, you'll know what that feels like. It's really smooth. If I'm honest with you guys, I haven't had a chance to obviously wear this for several days, so I'm gonna have to keep you posted in my next few videos on how this is working for my skin. I'm right in between foundation shades, so I'm mixing a couple, and then I'm just going to blend that out with a sponge. And as I'm blending toward the eyeshadows, I'm really careful not to stamp the sponge right on the eyeshadows because we worked so hard on that edge. So I don't know how well the camera is picking this up, but my T-zone looks so flawless. Oh my goodness. Honestly, like my forehead right here looks really, really smooth. And usually my trouble area is like over the nose and right here, and that's definitely looking way more smoothed out and way more flawless and airbrushed. Again, I will still have to keep you guys posted on like the wear time and things like that, but off of my first impressions of how the makeup applies on top. Really, really beautiful actually. I love this. So I just applied the concealer that we were using before underneath the eyes and down the center of the face. And now I'm just gonna set the concealer with that same setting powder. So now that the complexion is all set, we're gonna go ahead and go back into the Ulta Beauty custom eyeshadow palette. And I'm now gonna use the brush that comes with the palette. I'm gonna start off by dipping into this pretty taupe shade. This was called Suede. I'm tapping off the extras because we are working on the lower lash line, so any extra fallout I wanna make sure I get off the brush. I'm just gonna start by lightly dusting this all the way across the lower lash line. And I kind of like to blend them up to the existing shadows here, just so that everything looks like it's meant to be there. I'm just gonna take the same brush and dip into that plum shade. And I'm gonna use this on the outer third of the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit of that blue shade called Jungle and run that right over top of the purple, but closer to the lash line than I did with the purple. So now I'm gonna take that glittery shade called Valentine, and I'm just gonna kind of apply it right under where it is on the top lid, so on the inner third. I'm gonna kind of disperse it like halfway through, so I stop right about there on the lower lash line. And while we're at it, I want a little more glitter on the top lid too. I just love this shade. It's so pretty. So now I'm just going to apply some mascara to the top and bottom lashes. Now let's warm up the complexion with a little bit of bronzer. I'm just going to apply this to the outer portions of the face. I love to get it in the hairline. It just makes it look a little bit more natural. And then I also love to kind of sculpt the cheekbones with bronzer and the jawline with what's left over on the brush. Next, I'm just going to sweep on a little bit of a cool toned blush. And I think it really just pulls in those jewel tones from the eyes and adds a little bit more life back to the skin. So I'm going back into my single eyeshadows. This is another champagne color called Summer in Paris, which tell me that's not the cutest name ever. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use this shade for my inner corner highlight. And this is just going to really open up the eyes and make them look more awake. And then I'm also gonna take what's left on the brush and highlight underneath the arch of the brow. And that's just gonna really lift the brow. And it also makes it kind of glisten when you turn your head and it catches the light. So to match the glow on the eyes, I'm just going to add a highlight to the high points of the face. I love to bring the highlighter a little bit on the front of the cheek so that when I smile, there's a little bit of radiance there. I also like to put it down the center of the nose, on the cupid's bow, and right above the brows with whatever's left. So now I'm just gonna line and fill in the lips with a lip liner. I just wanna create kind of like a base color because we're going to apply some gloss on top. So next I'm gonna be picking out a gloss to use. Ulta Beauty sent over 8 shades of their shiny sheer lip glosses. These are the 4 that I'm kind of looking at. I think I've narrowed it down to these 2. This one's in the shade Sugar, and this one's in the shade Ballerina. You know what? Maybe I'll do both. I'm gonna go ahead and apply Ballerina to the outer portions of the lip, and then let's apply Sugar just to the center. And I'm just gonna pat those in. Now I have had a chance to try these glosses out a couple times, and you guys know I've been really into glosses recently. And the reason why I really do like this formula is because it's sheer, so it's really great as a topper like you saw me do here, or if you just want a really sheer, you know, glitter on top of your natural lips, that would also be really pretty. But what I really like about these is how it feels really comfortable on the lips. Like, it's not a gloopy gloss. It's more of like a lip balm texture, which is the kind of gloss that I personally love. So the last product that they sent over is actually a body product, which I didn't even know that Ulta Beauty made body products, but I'm so glad they sent this because this is so good. It's the Ulta Beauty Brightening Vitamin C Body Scrub. I wish you guys could smell this through the camera. It smells so good. But look how much I've used already. I've only had this for like a few days and I've been loving it. I feel like I spend a lot of time on like my skincare as far as my face goes, and I like research all that, but like I don't always take care of the rest of my skin on my body, so I really genuinely have been enjoying this. And also I've noticed that when I exfoliate my legs with this before shaving, my skin feels way smoother than just like shaving my legs on its own. Exfoliating with this beforehand really makes a difference, and I've been loving it. So those are all the products that they sent to me, and those are all the products that I have to share with you. So I'm just gonna really quickly kind of give you my overall thoughts on all these products, starting with the eyeshadows. Now this is something that I definitely would recommend. The formulas are beautiful. They're really buttery, especially the mattes. The matte shades in here are really beautiful. So if you're somebody who just wears like a couple eyeshadow shades, maybe you'd want to pick up this gorgeous taupey brown. This shimmer shade though, if I remember right, this is called Valentine. Yeah, this Valentine shade is gorgeous as well. This whole palette is something that obviously I would wear since I kind of pieced it together, but the eyeshadows really did impress me. They have a lot more colors as well, so this is not all the colors that they have. If you have a certain color range that you like to work with, there's definitely going to be a color for you. The makeup wipes have done a really good job of removing my makeup, and I do feel like it's really gentle on my skin, which is a huge plus because I do wear a lot of makeup a lot of the time and I like to double cleanse. So I will a lot of times remove the first layer with my makeup wipe and then go into my skincare routine. So it's really nice to have a gentle makeup wipe to take off that first layer. The primer, I honestly really love how it made the T-zone look, especially my forehead area. Like that looks like airbrushed. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera like it is. I have pretty large pores right now, especially right here, so I can still see those, but these right here look really nice, so I like that. Again, I will keep you guys posted on how this helps my foundation wear. The lip glosses are super comfortable. If I had to choose a shade though, I think I would choose this one right here. This is one that I would wear every single day. It's called Bare. It's just a really nice golden nude. I've worn this on just my bare lips. Haha, it's fitting because it's called Bare, and I really like it. It's just one of those good like foolproof lip glosses you can throw in your purse, and it's super comfortable. Like not sticky at all. It feels much more like a lip balm, but there's a lot of shine to it, which is really great. And then the brightening vitamin C scrub. I think this might be one of my favorites. I think if I had to pick two things, I would definitely recommend the eyeshadows and this brightening scrub. Those are the two things that I have been using the most, especially this. I really like this. So that completes this makeup look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I use some of the new Ulta Beauty collection makeup products. I really am happy with how the look turned out. Let me know in the comments below if you like this look as well, and also let me know if there's any Ulta Beauty brand items that you would recommend to me. Again, if you're interested in checking out any of the products that I mentioned today, everything will be linked down below. And don't forget to enter the giveaway if you guys want to win these products that I shared with you guys. The giveaway is open right now, so go ahead and go to my Instagram and enter for a chance to win these Ulta Beauty products that I used today. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and join the notification squad. Just hit the little bell after you subscribe so you'll be notified every time I post. And that is it, you guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!